Safari guide for this evening. Is everyone excited?
No. Whoa!
Is this anyone's first safari? No? Nobody's first safari? Maybe. Alright, well we'll find out, I suppose. So, if you have any loose items, go ahead, hold on to them nice and tight. If they fall out, I'm not going to be able to stop and get them for you. If they fall out, raise your hand, I'll raise mine, and we can wave goodbye together. Also, please make sure you're seated at all times. Don't stand up, not even if I'm stopped. In flash photography, I wouldn't. Keep our animals safe, please. Now I see an okapi over there on the right-hand side. Does look like it's related to the zebra with those striped legs, but its closest living relative is a giraffe. They have a very similar skull structure, and they share a prehensile finger-like tongue, and their tongue can get about 18 inches long. Us humans didn't even discover the okapi until 1901, so they're still vaguely new to us, which is super, super interesting, right? Now we are in the Little Ituri Forest. Ituri in Swahili does mean sweet smelling, and I think that's rather nice. But a lot of the animals that we might see in here have very good natural camouflage. So they do a really good job at hiding from predators. So just keep your eyes peeled. I only got one set of eyes up here with me, mine, but I got a whole truckload of them back there. So keep them wide.
Said 9. Saw 1.
And it does look to me just a little bit too silent over here, but we're gonna head ahead. Did you see a rhino? Where's a rhino? Up on the hill? Well, unfortunately, folks, he was probably sleeping. But that's a black rhino, if you got the chance to see him. Black rhinos, unfortunately, are critically endangered. There are less than 5,000 of them left in the world. Well, we're going to go ahead, leave this Little Ituri Forest behind, head on over into the Safi River. Hopefully we'll see some friends of ours like the hippopotamus and the Nile crocodile. And I see a hippo jumbo. I see a hippo over here right in the water. They like to stay under like that for most of the day. But I see some more hippo over here on the left. Now this is a group of hippo, everyone. A group of hippo is called the bloats. They're gorgeous. They can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time, which is absolutely amazing. And they look really cute, but they are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Looks like they're getting some nice greens, having a snack. But we're gonna go ahead, keep on trucking. These beautiful birds on this island, these white and gray birds, these are pink-backed pelicans, and pink-backed pelicans get their name pink-backed pelican is during mating season. Their backs turn a beautiful shade of pink. They have a very long wingspan as well that reaches out to 9 feet long, which is the same size as the width of the canopy right above your heads. Now I'm going to go ahead and go silently over this bridge, but I see some Nile crocodile right over on the left-hand side in that water.
I'm right here, I'm standing up.
Big.
Now Nile crocodile, they have an incredibly strong jaw. When they close that jaw, there is 2,000 pounds per square inch of pressure, which means it's bone crushing. Those crocs looked a little bit on the short side as well, but Hakuna Matata crocs can get about 20 feet long. go ahead, leave the river behind, and head on into the savannah. Hopefully we'll see some of Africa's most iconic animals like the giraffe or elephants and cheetah, or maybe even some lion. We'll see these trees all over the savannah and all over Africa. Those are called baobab trees. They're also known as the tree of life, or the upside down tree. Those trees can hold 10,000 gallons of water right in their roots and their trunks. If you have any cameras or phones with cameras, go ahead and bring them out here. The Savannah Overlook, which we're driving down now, is absolutely gorgeous. Plus, we'll never see where these animals will be coming from. We never know which direction we'll be coming from, so be prepared. I already see a Maasai giraffe. I see some Patterson's eland as well. Patterson's eland, I'll pause by this male over here. He is quite large. They are the largest antelope in Africa. And they weigh a ton, literally 2,000 pounds. At a standstill, they can jump 8 feet up into the air. Make sure everyone is all the way seated for me, please. Thank you. Now, we've been pretty lucky lately. We've been seeing lots of predators coming around, hanging around these parts. Hopefully, we'll see some over here on the left. And I already see one right on top of that cave. There is a hyena. Hyena are matriarchal, which means that the lowest ranked female still outranks the highest ranked male. So, who run the world? Girls! Exactly. Lots of people like to think that they're scavengers, but they do hunt for most of their food. It's absolutely gorgeous. They are known for their maniacal laugh or their ghostly whooping, but my favorite fact about the hyena is that when they are born, they're born with the eyes already open and teeth bared. I'm a fan. I'm a major fan.
I love the hyena.
As we're driving through the savannah, you'll see lots of mounds poking up from the ground. These are termite mounds. Termite mounds can get 30 feet tall, so I like to call them a giraffe and a half. They'll make them out of dirt, saliva, and dung. They'll let them bake in the hot sun all day long, get nice and hard. They'll get as hard as concrete. Large animals like the giraffe or elephant will use them as a scratching post. When they get nice and smooth from them scratching on them for so long, other antelope will use them as a lookout point so they can see above the tall grass. And as it's getting darker, we'll start to see more antelopes forming what I like to call a super herd. Or a mega herd. They'll sleep all together in all sorts of different directions, eyes facing everywhere, just so they're always on the lookout. Now, I see some beautiful Ankole cattle as we go around the corner. It'll be on the right-hand side. Ankole cattle have these really large horns. You can't miss them, but I promise you those horns aren't heavy. They actually act as a personal air conditioning unit for these animals. It's made of a honeycomb structure on the inside, chock full of blood vessels. The blood will travel from the base of the cattle's head all the way up to the very tip of the horn, where it cools down and comes back into the body nice and cool. They're also named the Watusi, and that's because they're named after the Watusi tribe in Africa, the first people ever to domesticate them. We're going to get a nice look at these Maasai giraffe over here as we go around the corner now. But giraffe, they are the tallest land mammal. They can reach up to heights as 20 feet tall. And that prehensile finger-like tongue as well. Their tongue can get 20 inches long. They are play fighting right now. It is called bucking. Go ahead. Nice and slow. Now please do not yell at our animals or whistle at them. They are wild animals, so we want to do things that are nice to them. They're the stars of our show, and just keep them nice and safe. Now the first thing a baby giraffe will experience at birth is a 6-foot drop to the ground, and that's because the mom does give birth standing straight up. That baby could be born weighing over 150 pounds and already 6 feet tall. Another giraffe way over there. Now, 2 giraffes will never have the same pattern. They're very unique to that individual giraffe, just like us and our fingerprints. Now, I know we did pass a few other antelopes over there, and I think we'll get a better look when we get around the corner, but they were some springbuck, and there were some wildebeest. But I think now is a wonderful time to go ahead and enter on into elephant country. Fingers crossed, everyone. Hopefully we see some today. Looks a little quiet over here. Go ahead and shout at me if you see absolutely anything. That's okay. We're going to go ahead right around the corner. And they closed the road without telling me. That's okay. Hakuna Matata. We just have to take this old service bridge I know about. I don't like taking it. It's old. It's rickety. Nobody's taken it in years, in fact. But you look like a lucky group. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get across it. Is that rope? Is that duct tape? I don't know, guys. I don't like the sound of this. Well, at least I made it, right? Let's keep on going. Looks like we are entering the red clay pits. There's some tusk marks in that clay. Elephants like to go through here and eat the clay. Gives them lots of vitamins and minerals that they don't get if they're out in the wild every day. And just because we're talking about elephants, folks, 96 elephants every single day are hunted and poached for their tusks. That is a huge number. It is a very large number to comprehend. And it's almost impossible to get back, especially because the gestation period of an elephant is 2 years. Their pregnancy lasts for 2 whole years. See some wildebeest on the right-hand side. And I see some springbuck. I'll go ahead and pause over here. Now, springbuck are that tall, small antelope with the white underbelly. They get their name because they do spring. They'll jump 6 feet up in the air and 13 feet all the way across. And if they do that in succession, it is called pronking. Now, I would suggest going on YouTube, looking at pronking. It's really neat. But wildebeest, on the other hand, they get their name wildebeest from the Afrikaans word wildebeest, meaning wild beast. They have one of the largest migratory patterns in the world. They'll travel in groups of 1.5 million and travel for 1,000 miles. Oh, nice close-up view of some over here on the right. But here are some greater flamingo on this island as well. Greater flamingo are the largest of the flamingo species and the lightest color pink. They get their beautiful pink color from eating one of their favorite foods, which is brine shrimp. Brine shrimp contains something called beta-carotene, and that's what turns them pink. This group looks a little on the smaller side as well. But they usually like to stay in groups of 30,000 or more. I'll go ahead and go by these wildebeest really slowly for you. Now, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and I think that's rather fitting. You know, my boss told me once, he said, stop acting like a flamingo. So I put my foot down. Yeah. Looks like we were able to catch some poachers today. It's always a good sign. Always think 10 times before doing anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now keep your eyes peeled. I know one of these cats are really hard to spot. Get it? Spot. Spot. Cheetah. Spots.
Where?
That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and see some cheetah over here on the left-hand side.
She gets out of the car.
Literally, very hard to spot. Now, cheetah are the fastest cat. They'll travel up to 65 miles per hour in as little as 3 seconds, and that's as fast as a sports car. Speaking of cats, here's another big cat right on the top of this Kobe rock.
Lion.
There is a male lion over there on the top of that Kobe rock. He's absolutely gorgeous. You can tell he's mine, of course, because of his mane. But he is doing what lions do best, and that's sleeping. They will sleep between 18 and 20 hours every single day. Lions are more active at night. The females will do most of the hunting. They'll hunt between 3 and 4 hours every single night, while the male stays home, watches the cubs, watches the territory. They've got these wonderful padded paws that when they go hunting, they are virtually silent. We can see him as well, and during the daytime they can see just as well as us humans, but at night their vision is 6 times better. See some
We'll see it
zebra
on the
over
other
here
side.
hanging out as well. If you've ever wondered if a zebra is black with white stripes or white with black stripes, they are black with white stripes. You can tell because their nose are black, their hooves are black, and the tips of their tail are black. That other antelope just right on the other side of the zebra, that is a waterbuck.
So big on.
Waterbuck drink an unusual amount of water
The other one's on the top.
for an antelope. Their skin secretes an oil that once it gets on their fur, it makes them almost waterproof.
Female.
I'll go ahead and pause ride these two. Are you gonna cross, pal? They all get along? Even with the lion. Hi, bud. I'll go ahead and pause right here for you guys. There is a female lion up there as well. Now they do get more active as the evening goes on. But if you're walking around Animal Kingdom and you hear a grumbling, a low grumbling noise, and it's not your stomach, it's not your friend's stomach, you might be hearing the lion. You could hear their roar from 5 miles away.
I've never seen one wait.
I see some fuzzy looking rocks over there. I'm just kidding, they're not rocks. They are warthogs. Warthogs like to live in these burrows that you see right down below. And I see a big old moving boulder over here. It's a nice looking boulder. This is a white rhino right on your right hand side. Isn't he gorgeous, everyone?
Leo, stay inside.
They get their name from a mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word white. Now that does not mean white, but it does mean wide, and that is alluding to their wide set jaw, their wide mouth. They can weigh easily over 5,000 pounds, and they're one of my favorite. I absolutely adore them. Now we could see him pretty well, but hey, guess what? He probably couldn't see us that great at all. Rhinos are notorious for their poor eyesight. I also just patched a clutch of ostrich eggs over on the right-hand side as well. Not sure if you were able to see. Each ostrich egg can weigh about 3 pounds each, and if a grown man weighing 250 pounds said, "Hey, I'd like to stand on an ostrich egg," he could. I don't know why, but he could. That egg would not break. It would not crack.
Wow.
We're going to go ahead and enter on into the Magadi Glen. The Magadi Glen is our newest addition to the reserve right here in Harambe. All thanks to donations made to the Disney Conservation Fund. If you do ever decide to donate, or if you purchase something and round up to the nearest dollar and donate, Disney will match your donation 100%. All proceeds go to helping animals you see today and helping animals that are out in the wild. That's really neat. These funny looking birds hanging over by that water's edge on the right hand side, those are yellow-billed stork. I'm just probably going to have to swing on by. They're hiding perfectly right behind those trees. Yellow-billed stork will eat anything that fits in their bill. They are carnivorous, so they'll eat snakes, frogs, rodents, fish, bugs, and even sometimes other small birds. And with that, everyone, unfortunately, our safari has come to an end. Did everyone have a nice time? Yeah! Oh, thank you guys. Now, not sure if it's closing at night, but if you are interested in seeing some more African animals, you can head on over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. There you can see some western lowland gorillas. There's a really neat underwater tank where you can see hippos. There's an aviary. You might be able to see some meerkats or naked